he's a pretty interesting guy. I've got a couple of his stuff, Paul Henry and the Paul Henry Band, but he was also in the band, the rock kind of country band Outlaw. And then if you're familiar with the early 90s Black Hawk Band, Goodbye Says It All and stuff like that. So Henry Paul was lead singer of Black Hawk, besides also singing in the 70s and early 80s Outlaw Band. The Tony Orlando and Dawn album. This has got a lot of the famous songs on there. Knock 3 Times, Canada. It's also got Up on the Roof. It's also got just several things to Knock 3 Times and stuff like that. So if anybody's familiar with Tony Orlando. More obscure 70s and early 80s rock bands, of course, Captain and Tennille. This is like the 3rd album from the Romantics. And these not everything here is the 95 cents. So what I did is I started off at the clearance, so the bargain bin at 95 cents, and I worked my way to the new arrivals. So those are going to be a little higher. This one is actually the Best of Exile. Of course, Kiss Me All Over is probably their biggest one, and it's on here, but I got theirs. Living in Oz by Rick Springfield. So I did spend a little more than the 95 cents. Dwight Tilley, he's since passed away, but he was going to be real big in the early 80s. He just didn't go anywhere, but he was promised to be the next big thing. Point Blank, another late 70s, early 80s rock band. Humble Pie. Here's the Outlaw. Like I say, that's also the other gentleman earlier that, like I say, was in Black Hawk and stuff like that. So Climax, they were big in the 80s. This is the one that's got as far as I Miss You and Meeting in the Ladies' Room and stuff like that. Johnny Miles, another obscure kind of rock and rock punk. And then Michael Stanley Band, another rock band from the early 80s. So if anybody's got any of these, let me know. Like I say, I try and get obscure stuff. I have a lot of popular things too, but I try and look and see what I don't normally have. And so I do a lot of research on YouTube, and I Google their names and things like that, and try and find out what these bands had, or if they got some history, see if they're pretty cool, just to give them a try for, normally less than $5, but most things I'm getting $2.95 and under. But let me also know about your experience with Chattanooga McKay's or the Knoxville McKay's. If you've been to both of them and you're here kind of in central Tennessee, let me know if you prefer one over the other. Price-wise and selection, I prefer Chattanooga. But as far as just dealing with people and being more personable,